What's going on, guys? Chris here with Clutter Reduction Junk Removal, where we talk about the ups and downs of having a solo owner operator of a junk removal business. And today I wanted to show you how I like to map out my marketing when I want to go to senior living facilities, storage units, realtor offices, or apartment buildings. I'm going to show you how I kind of look it up, map it out, and then the way I like to do it to try to make it the most time and fuel efficient as far as travel goes, and then kind of my spiel I use when I talk to the front desk when I enter the building. So this is how I like to map out where everything is. I'll just go on Google, I'll type in what it is I'm looking for, everything will list off here. I try to check reviews, not so much to see who's good and who's not, but if they have less than like 2 or 3 reviews, I'm going to assume that it's not a place that you like physically visit. It's more of a situation where maybe they help you find a senior living facility. So I don't want to have to drive all the way there to find out that nothing exists. So this is what I do. I'll map it out. I'll see everything here. And I like to do one of two things. I either like to try to follow a circle pattern where, for example, like this, there's not a lot of straight roads. So maybe I live where Winter Lakes Park is. I'm going to run along this path here and stop at everything in the path, go all the way down. I'll come up, I'll hit these guys in the middle, and then I'll just kind of do like a spiral almost. That way I'm not having to bounce around between different places. Now, this is when roads look like this, right? They're all angled, they're all over the place, there's no real straight direction. Now, my other option is I do something like this, where it's kind of like a zigzag and you're running up and down streets. So let's go up here. This has a little bit more straight roads, as you can see. So maybe I live at Manatee Observation, right? I'm gonna run down this main road, cut over, hit this place, run up here, grab that guy, over here, hit that, come over, come up, hit that. And the whole idea behind these routes is it's saving me from having to bounce around. And the goal is to do a full circle to where I come back home. So I'm not having to end out like all the way over here somewhere and then have to drive all the way back. So I literally only do this for fuel efficiency and time. You don't have to do this. You can do it however you see fit. This is what I have found to make it the most effective. So when we stop by these places, I'm going to talk about who to ask for, in my experience, and then how often to revisit, in my experience. So when I go to a senior living facility, I am asking to speak with the executive director and the sales manager. In my experience, those are the two people I speak with the most. If I go to an apartment building, I'm asking to speak with the property manager because they are going to make the final decision. And I'm asking to speak with the maintenance manager because they are the ones typically that are going to be handling all of the junk removal services. If I go to a storage unit, I want to talk to a manager. I don't want to talk to the front desk because I don't think they care. So I want to talk to a manager because they're either going to be able to help me or they're going to point me to corporate who then can give me an answer. Realtor offices, front desk is fine. You go to the front desk, that's the first person you see when you walk in. You give them their cards, flyers, whatever it is, and they'll put the bowl or the dish or the cards out for the realtors to see. I wouldn't try going desk to desk because normally they're probably going to be on the phone or they're going to be doing something with their clients. If you want to reach out to a property management company, I would just email them. From what I've found, a lot of them don't even stay in the offices. They kind of work from home or they do virtual work. So I do emails and then I'll do a 2-week follow-up if I don't hear anything, and I'll just switch it up just a little so it's not like a copy and pasted email. So I'm either changing my introduction a little bit, or maybe I'll send one in the morning, one in the evening, and I'll change my introductory titles. But that's what I like to do. Now, when I'm walking into these places, I'm asking to leave behind cards or flyers, and I'm asking about a vendor position. Now, you can't ask for a vendor position at a realtor office, at least not in South Florida, but you can at everything else. And a vendor position is just saying that you're basically put on a list where you are first to be recommended or first to be called. That doesn't mean they have to go with you, and the residents don't have to go with you, but you will be first. And that is a big priority and a big advantage. So when I go into these places, this is the pitch I like to use. I either try to ask for the direct people I just mentioned, or I'll keep it kind of open and let the front desk decide. But at the end of the day, I try to meet one of those people that I talked about because I don't want my cars just to be pushed off to the side and then I never get work from them. I want them to actually receive my information. And if I could talk to them one on one, all the better, because then I can make sure that the point is getting across directly without any misinformation. So let's say I'm going to walk into a senior living facility. I'm going to go to the front desk and say, "Hi, my name is Chris. I'm owner of a local junk removal business. I was wondering if I could speak with your executive director or your sales manager regarding working with your building in the future." Or I'll just say, "Hi, my name is Chris. I'm owner of a local junk removal business. I was wondering if there's somebody here I could speak with regarding working as a service for your building in the future." So you're either dropping name titles or you're not. I personally find it to be a little bit better for my confidence if I can name drop titles because for me, it makes me feel like I know what I'm talking about and that I've been there before. Executive director isn't really a title that most places have. They just have manager, CEO, or president. So I feel like if I can drop a specific title, that it means that I've talked to other titles at other places that deal with the same business. So that's what I like to do. And then as far as revisiting, I try to pop by every 2 to 3 months to drop off new cards, whether they've used me or not. Now, if they haven't used me, I will try to basically remarket myself as if I was never there. There's a good chance maybe the front desk is different and they never got it to the manager. Maybe the manager was busy and they just never got around to it. I'll just go in and as if I was never there before and say, "Hey, my name is Chris. I'm a local junk removal business owner. I was wondering if I could work with your building. What details do you need from me? Here's how I can benefit you, blah, blah, blah." And if you do work at other places, name drop them. Say, "Hey, I've done work at Academy Assisted. I've done work at New Life Assisted. I've done work at your apartment buildings, you know?" So that's where I wouldn't lie, but you could just say, "I've worked at other places in your area. We've done so and so for blah, blah, blah." Just to kind of give yourself a little bit of credibility. They're probably not going to check, but I feel like it helps kind of just give you some uniformity behind what you're saying. You're not just out there talking out of your ass. So that's what I like to do as far as frequency. If I am emailing the property management, I do my first email. I'll do the 2-week follow up, slightly different, and then I'll do monthly from there on out. And I'll change up the emails a little bit every time so it's not just a copy and pasted. But that is what I've done since day one, and it's worked for me. That's a good chunk of my business. The only other things I do besides that is one-on-one connections with professionals and Facebook, or just people finding me through Google in general. But the great thing about marketing to these places is you're marketing to one building, but that building has hundreds of residents, hundreds of clients, or they have hundreds of residents that then have friends. And all of a sudden you go like this and possible opportunities. So I think it's a great way to market. It's a great way to get repetitive business. And it's a great way to kind of build your reputation within your local city. But that's it for me. If you guys go to any places that I did not mention, comment it down below for others to see. Kind of give each other some ideas. And in the meantime, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.